Now then, do you see anyone here? Probably not. This is not an ordinary place, but the city centre of the capital of a European nation. You'd expect it to be bustling with people, wouldn't you? Crowds thronging the streets, pigeons dodging out of the way of selfie sticks. Well, not here. Why are some European countries sparsely populated? Is it the weather, the economy, or just something in the water? Join me as we travel across the continent to uncover the mysteries of Europe's least populated countries. First up, Bulgaria, a land of stunning beaches, ancient history, and enough yogurt to keep your gut healthy for centuries. So why are people leaving? Well, imagine this. You're a young Bulgarian, fresh out of university, full of beans and ambition. You look around for work, and what do you find? Limited opportunities and wages that wouldn't keep a hamster in sunflower seeds, let alone a millennial with dreams of avocado toast. So what do? You pack your bags, hop on a budget airline, and head for greener pastures. Bulgaria's government is working hard to improve the economy and create opportunities for its people. And let's not forget the country's charm. Have you seen pictures of those beaches? Stunning. Next, we hop over to Latvia, a Baltic beauty with dense forests, stunning coastlines, and a population that's dwindling faster than a snowman in a sauna. Latvia was once part of the Soviet Union, and after it gained independence, many people, particularly young Latvians, headed west for better economic opportunities. Imagine you're at a party, and all the cool kids are huddled in one corner, sipping fancy cocktails with little umbrellas. For many Latvians, those fancy cocktails represent the opportunities and higher wages offered in other parts of Europe. Latvia, like many countries in Eastern Europe, has an aging population. More retirees than toddlers means fewer people to keep the economy going. The country is investing in technology and innovation to create jobs and attract investment. Plus, with its stunning natural beauty and rich culture, Latvia has a lot to offer. Now, let's jet off to sun-drenched Portugal, a land of golden beaches, delicious pastries, and you guessed it, a shrinking population. You're a young Portuguese person, fresh out of university, armed with a degree in something useful like philosophy or medieval literature. You're eager to start your career, but the job market feels like a game of musical chairs with no chairs in sight. Many young Portuguese are leaving for countries with better job prospects and higher wages, leaving behind an aging population and a shortage of skilled workers. The government is investing in education and innovation to create jobs and attract investment. And let's not forget the country's undeniable charm. Who can resist those beaches, that food, and that laid-back Mediterranean lifestyle? Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to embark on a journey across the largest country on Earth, Russia. Now, Russia is a land of extremes. It's got everything from snow-capped mountains and frozen tundras to bustling cities and sun-drenched beaches. But one thing it doesn't have a lot of is people, at least not in the European part. Much of European Russia is dominated by the Siberian plains, a vast expanse of land characterized by long, harsh winters and short, fleeting summers. Historically, Russia's population has been concentrated in the west, closer to Moscow and St. Petersburg, where the job opportunities and infrastructure are more abundant. It's not exactly the ideal place to settle down and raise a family unless you're a polar bear or a fan of ice fishing. Next, we're off to Estonia, a small but mighty Baltic nation with a penchant for digital innovation and a population that's about as dense as a bowl of Estonian rye bread, delicious but full of air pockets. Estonia is a tech whiz kid. They've got e-residency, e-voting, and probably everything else you can think of. They've even got more startups per capita than Silicon Valley. So why aren't more people flocking to this digital utopia? Many Estonians, particularly young people, have migrated to other European countries in search of better job opportunities and higher wages. It's like everyone's leaving the party early, just when the Estonian techno music is getting good. Despite the population decline, Estonia continues to innovate and charm with its rich culture and natural beauty. Hold on to your flat-pack furniture as we head north to Sweden, a land of stunning natural beauty, stylish design, and a population that's about as evenly distributed as IKEA meatballs on a plate. Most of them end up on one side, don't they? Most of the population is concentrated in the southern part of the country, where the climate is milder and the job opportunities are more plentiful. The northern regions, while stunningly beautiful, are sparsely populated mainly by reindeer herders, nature enthusiasts, and the occasional lost tourist. It's breathtakingly beautiful, but it's also pretty remote and, let's be honest, a bit chilly for most of the year. Next, we're off to Finland, a land of 1,000 lakes, 1 million saunas, and a population that's about as talkative as a Finn after a sauna session, which is to say, not very. Finland is often ranked among the happiest in the world. They've got free education, universal healthcare, and a deep connection to nature. So why aren't more people clamoring to get in on this Nordic nirvana? The climate, while beautiful in its own right, can be a bit challenging for some. It's the middle of winter in Finland. The sun rises for about 5 minutes a day, if you're lucky, and the temperature is hovering somewhere around the freezing point of vodka. Finland is facing a demographic challenge with an aging population and a low birth rate. Despite these challenges, Finland remains a country with a high quality of life and stunning natural beauty. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're about to embark on a scenic journey to Norway, a land of majestic fjords, towering mountains, and a population that's about as spread out as a jar of brunost. That's Norwegian brown cheese for the uninitiated. Delicious but an acquired taste. Norway consistently ranks high on those best countries to live in lists. They've got stunning natural beauty, a strong economy, and a social safety net that's the envy of the world. So why isn't Norway bursting at the seams with people? Much of the country is covered in mountains, fjords and glaciers, which makes for spectacular scenery but limited space for human habitation. While the coastal regions are relatively mild thanks to the Gulf Stream, inland areas can experience harsh winters with plenty of snow and ice. It's like something out of a Viking fairy tale, but there's not a soul in sight. You could yodel your heart out, and the only response would be the echo of your own voice. Hold on to your hats and your magnifying glasses, because we're about to visit one of the smallest countries in the world, Liechtenstein. This tiny principality nestled in the Alps is so small you could practically walk across it in an afternoon, assuming you're not distracted by all the stunning mountain scenery and charming villages. Liechtenstein is known for its fairy tale castles, its thriving financial sector, and its ability to squeeze a lot of charm into a very small space. But with a population that could practically fit into a football stadium with room to spare, you might wonder why it's not a bit more, well, crowded. Liechtenstein boasts a high quality of life, a strong economy, and a safe and peaceful environment. It's like living in a close-knit community where everyone knows your name and probably your favorite flavor of ice cream. Get ready to experience the land of fire and ice, because we're heading to Iceland, a country where volcanoes and glaciers coexist in perfect harmony. And the landscape looks like it was designed by a team of artists with an overactive imagination. Iceland is famous for its dramatic landscapes, its geothermal pools, and its ability to produce musicians with names that are as unpronounceable as they are catchy. But with a population that's smaller than that of many cities, you might wonder why it's not a bit more, well, populated. Much of the country is covered in glaciers, volcanoes, and rugged terrain, which makes for spectacular scenery but limited areas suitable for human habitation. While Iceland's name might conjure images of a frozen wasteland, the climate is actually surprisingly mild thanks to the Gulf Stream. But that doesn't mean it's all sunshine and rainbows. Icelanders have to contend with long, dark winters, short summers, and the occasional volcanic eruption. It's like you've landed on another planet, one where the scenery is breathtaking but the Wi-Fi is spotty. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of Europe's least populated countries. From the aging populations of Eastern Europe to the rugged landscapes of Scandinavia, we've uncovered some of the reasons why these countries haven't quite reached peak population density. But one thing's for sure, each of these countries has its own unique charm, culture, and reasons to visit. Thanks for watching.